There's an undeniable thrill in the pursuit of salmon, those powerful, elusive fish that challenge even the most seasoned anglers. Whether you're casting from a riverbank, trolling in open waters, or wading in pristine streams, the quest for landing big salmon is a test of skill, patience, and intuition. Welcome to Hooked on Fishing, where we dive into expert tips to help you master the art of salmon fishing and make your next outing unforgettable. Understanding salmon behavior. Before you even cast your line, it's crucial to understand the behavior of the salmon you're targeting. These fish are migratory, meaning their patterns and habits can change drastically depending on the season and their life cycle stage. Life cycle knowledge. Familiarize yourself with the salmon life cycle. Knowing when they spawn and migrate can inform your fishing strategy. For instance, Chinook salmon, known for their size and strength, typically migrate in late spring to early fall. Feeding habits. Salmon feeding patterns vary by location and species. In freshwater, they often stop feeding as they prepare to spawn, making them more challenging to catch. In saltwater, however, they are voracious feeders, providing prime opportunities for anglers. Gear up for success. The right gear can make all the difference between a successful trip and a frustrating day on the water. Here's what you need to ensure you're equipped for landing those big fish. Rod and reel. A medium to heavy action rod paired with a high-capacity reel is essential. The reel should have a smooth drag system to handle the powerful runs of a big salmon. Line. Use a strong line, typically 20-30 pound test for most salmon species. Braided lines offer excellent strength and sensitivity, making them a popular choice among experienced anglers. Lures and baits. Salmon are attracted to a variety of lures and baits. Spoons, spinners, and plugs are effective, as are live baits like herring or roe. Experiment with different colors and sizes to see what works best in your fishing location. Mastering the techniques. Different techniques can yield different results when it comes to salmon fishing. Here are some tried and true methods to increase your chances of landing a big one. Trolling. Trolling with downriggers is a highly effective method for catching salmon in deep waters. Vary your trolling speed and depth until you find the fish. Pay attention to your sonar to locate schools of salmon. Drift fishing. In rivers, drift fishing with bait or lures can be very productive. Cast upstream and let your offering drift naturally with the current, mimicking the movement of prey. Fly fishing. For a more challenging and rewarding experience, try fly fishing for salmon. Use large, colorful streamers that imitate baitfish. This technique requires precision and skill but can be incredibly satisfying. Reading the water. One of the most critical skills in salmon fishing is reading the water. Understanding where salmon are likely to be can save you hours of unproductive fishing. Structure and cover. Look for areas with structure such as rocks, logs, and drop-offs. Salmon often rest in these areas as they migrate upstream. Current breaks. Salmon use current breaks to conserve energy. Fish in areas where fast-moving water meets slower currents, such as eddies or behind boulders. Temperature and depth. Salmon prefer cooler water temperatures. During the summer, they often stay in deeper, cooler parts of rivers and lakes. Use a thermometer to find these temperature breaks. Timing is everything. Salmon fishing requires patience and timing. Here are some tips to ensure you're fishing at the right times. Early and late. Early morning and late evening are often the best times to fish for salmon. They tend to be more active during these periods. Seasonal patterns. Pay attention to seasonal patterns and migrations. Knowing when salmon run in your area can help you plan your trips for the most productive times. Handling your catch. Landing a big salmon is only part of the challenge. Proper handling is crucial to ensure the fish is in good condition, whether you're practicing catch and release or keeping it for the table. Netting. Use a large, rubberized landing net to minimize stress and injury to the fish. Guide the fish head first into the net. Handling. Wet your hands before handling the fish to protect its delicate skin and scales. Support its body to avoid damaging internal organs. Releasing. If you're releasing the fish, do so gently. Hold it in the water until it has regained strength and can swim away on its own. Conservation and ethics. As anglers, we have a responsibility to protect and conserve salmon populations for future generations. Practice ethical fishing by following these guidelines. Catch and release. Whenever possible, practice catch and release, especially with large, breeding-age fish. This helps maintain healthy populations. Follow regulations. Adhere to local fishing regulations, including size and bag limits, to ensure sustainable fishing practices. Respect the environment, leave no trace. Pack out all trash and be mindful of the impact you have on the ecosystem. Conclusion. Salmon fishing is more than just a sport. It's a connection to nature and a testament to human skill and perseverance. By understanding salmon behavior, gearing up correctly, mastering techniques, and respecting the environment, you can increase your chances of landing that trophy fish. Remember, every trip is a learning experience, so embrace the challenges and celebrate the successes. Join us next time on Hooked on Fishing for more tips, stories, and adventures from the world of angling. Tight lines and happy fishing.